What is up, SoReal gang? How are we doing today? Let's get into the video. The other day, Carmen told her side to the story of what's been going on with her and Corey. Well, she stated that was only part 1. And guys, she finally dropped part 2 last night. And Corey even dropped a response video to Carmen's first part of You Make Diddy Look Like an Angel. You guys all know Corey's just gonna keep saying the same thing and talking around in circles. He didn't really go in depth on what happened in the situations that Carmen were talking about. He was not taking no type of accountability, and it seemed like he was still trying to point blame to her. What I liked about Carmen videos is that Carmen is very straightforward, and yes, she may not know how to speak proper English, but she's definitely been taking her time on explaining herself and really going in depth and in detail of what happened and why she reacted the way she reacted and how things have been going the way they have. Like, seriously, you guys know Corey always trying to look like he is still a good guy or whatever. He's always trying to save face and save his image. I think this time around, Carmen was like, if I'm gonna tell it all, I just gotta tell it all. You know when you just literally at the point where you just want to release all of that hurt that you were feeling once before, all of that pain that you just want to get rid of. I think this was that moment for her. It's like, okay, you know what? I finally outgrew this part of my life. I'm not doing this anymore, and I'm gonna do everything that I need to do to be better. And I will definitely say that making these videos and telling her side to the story is definitely one of them, because for so long Corey has been dragging this young lady over the internet, and it's just ridiculous at this point. I'm not gonna sit here and say Carmen isn't at fault for some of the things that happened in the relationship, but at least she's taking accountability. At least she tried to fix her wrongs. One thing I've always heard growing up is never tell someone about the hurt that you have, endured or things like that. Like, basically, like, you don't want to share your pain too much with someone because they will use that pain and hurt you again and pain you more, so I would definitely say this is one of those situations, because for all of the things that I thought Corey loved Carmen for, it just seems to be all of the things he's actually been holding over her head and, manipulating her with throughout the relationship, like her immigration status, you know what I mean? All of those things that her and her mother had to endure just to get over to the United States, and the pain that she went through when she was younger. Now, I would really love if Corey can sit down and really open up and let us know what happened and what has gotten him to this point, because I think something traumatic happened to him that we may not even know about. You know what I'm saying? It may be deeper than him and Carmen at this point, because he's so far gone. It has nothing to do with Carmen at this point. He keep talking about that girl, and I don't know what's going on. Corey keeps making it seem like Carmen is so much more worse than he is, and he doesn't understand his dominance and his power as a man. I'm gonna just sum it up and say this: Corey is definitely a Gemini male, okay? I'm gonna just say the ones that are not healed, right? Because everybody is two different sides of themselves until they're healed. So until he becomes the full healed version of himself, as of right now, he's full of shit. He was so mad that Carmen dropped that video and then went live, and her boo, Big Boogie, joined the live. He went and got Maddie's name tatted the same day. But you guys go ahead and leave your comments down below and let us know what you think.
Hey. See, now you don't have service. Oh, there you go.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Well,
What's up? You talking your shit?
Not really. Just getting people feedback on the sound.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to check on you. That's all.
Where are you
I'm
going?
at your way. My phone needs to ring. I'm at your way.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right.
That's all y'all wanted to see, right? Duh.
Girl, my TikTok.
Yeah, that be.
What letter is this?
Okay. Oh shit.
That's how I did my name on her cook, bro. I ain't write nothing.
Best thing I do, baby, that's easy. I swear. Get rid of their ass.
Doesn't hurt, babe?
Hell yeah, they get hurt. Oh, man, man. I don't handle a rat. That's a new type shit.
But you know what crazy? I'm talking about Boston Rich.
Oh, this.
What?
They said he ain't answered the phone for that nigga all year, bro.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, the industry, man. Yeah. It's not. Give them something to talk about. That's what you do. Give them something to talk about. See, they want to talk so damn much. I'm gonna give them something to talk about. Here y'all go. Let's go.
Somebody said you delusional.
Oh yeah, we delusional. Everything. We all delusional. They delusional too. They mom delusional.
Right.
How they had them.
Love
Should be delusional.
Okay, get somebody to get your name tattooed.
Is he freestyling tat? Yes. Isn't that so cool? That he's freestyling it?
My cousin, man. Y'all know this shit. This shit in my blood. This shit in our blood, man. We do this shit. We good at everything we do. Oh yeah.
He's over here shaking a little bit.
Who?
You.
You see me shaking that?
You not shaking?
You ain't see me shaking that one time.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure what you seen it at.
I'm gonna call that bitch Terry May. Tell her to get a plane ticket to come down to Gunner so I can whoop her ass. That's what she needs to do. She talking too much shit to me.
They on here playing game. Don't know that you popping behind a fake page so people whoop your ass.
Terry May. I'm trying to go.
No, they get sorry in person. They're not gonna be on that type of time. That would be so crazy.
Oh my god, this is pretty.
How you got your eyes? You want a heart or you want a regular diet? Just simply line. Oh, this is what we do.
A regular diet?
Tweak your thing.
Do whatever you think is cool, yeah.
I let my kids go crazy.
Yeah.
Artists. That tattoo, you know what's so crazy? I'm gonna show you something, make them mad right there. They don't get it. This tattoo been on my leg, right? This tattoo been on my leg for a while, right? For like a few years. But what they don't know is, if you look at that feature, that face to a certain extent, come on, man, stop playing with me. Like, stop playing. Look at that. It's there. This shit was meant to happen. What the hell y'all talking about? We can't get mad because life's going where it's supposed to go. Why bitches hate so much? Oh, I think that's normal. That's normal with females.
That ain't normal. That bitch retarded. I'm wrong with her.
No, I was just saying in general though. Like, you know, bitches, females in general though. Like, that's normal though. It's a normal trait for females. So I don't get mad when females like hate or, you know, show their emotional side.
I wouldn't even be mad if not the fuck out some bitches like that. Like, for real. Like,
I don't be stunning.
them hoes got no sense. No common sense at all.
They watching that continue to do something. When we living our life anyway, we gonna do regardless. Let them see it, you know what I'm saying? We get paid off you folks. Nigga.
Nobody say that nigga like you say that nigga, man.
Hey, nigga. Hey, yeah.
She ain't said that that's wrong when you come and stuff. Not a thing.
It don't hurt. I feel like this hurts so bad.
It's a mind
It's in the spot that normally hurt.
It's a mind thing.
Oh my god, baby, it hurts.
G. I'm a real life G. Like, to my thing, I'm telling you, you got a powerful mindset, bro.
Just had fire, y'all. Yeah, y'all.
Tweet.
Y'all gotta get with him. Y'all see the ad name is pinned. And he traveled to wherever you at.
It went crazy on the other leg, though. The other leg is so cold.
Yo, the other leg is cold.
I think the other one is crazy.
I mean, you can't hear me, Olivia? I didn't mute y'all.
It's like in real life, like it's so different, but.
You should still get that kick every now and then. Troll.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just now though. I like this exclusive like shit. Like when people can't see me for
We
real
just
no more.
rebranding. Like that's really like my goal for him right now. It's like just rebranding.
Yeah, of course. And you gotta think about everybody like know me because of they saw. I don't want nobody tired of me.
They ain't gonna get tired.
Oh, of course.
As long as she doing what she doing, cause she gonna need to do that to get her money.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. I ain't entertaining no more.
Like you ain't gonna never,
You know, at the end of the day, man, watch this. I'm gonna be real with you. Give it about 2 more months. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 more months, 2 to 3 more months. Where people, you say, you ain't know what I'm finna say. You gotta stop that. See, that one of your downfalls. Don't never think you can read my mind, because you don't never know where my mind is. The way I'm finna be traveling and living life and like doing everything that I know that I've been planning on doing right now, like we got working, it's gonna outweigh all the bullshit. Like we ain't even gonna be able to pay attention to it, go and move on. So like, of course, that's why I'm just chilling right now. And it's about how I move forward with it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
because early, how you shake back.
oh yeah, I hit different. You can't never fuck with a nigga that really made. I come from nothing. Y'all know this, you family. You did my cousin, he know. I made this shit happen out the mud. Like, you can't stop a nigga that did this shit out the mud from a small town, 3,000 people. 3,000. Everybody watch me do this shit. Like people that know me in real life, everybody watch me do this shit in real life. So it hit different. Yeah, bro, I'm in a whole different lane, man.
You doing this place?
People be thinking, they be talking about I fell off and all that shit. Like, little you know it now. Come over here and let me show you something.
We can go without it. But it's just like a clock. The Roman numerals for a clock.
Bro, I be telling you, like, the same people that say that, I will bet any amount of money I bring them in my life, and they'll want to trade their life for mine. They want to come, they'll get motivated, for sure.
Him talking and stuff and moving don't fuck you up.
He been doing shit for too long.
Damn, that girl was doing my little tattoo behind my ear.
You got to think about she had just started.
I did one little, she's like, oh, don't move. It's like, God.
Oh, yeah,
damn.
yeah, those small tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad if you move?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It matter with them. But, like, if he was to move, I can make the line bolder and bolder.
Oh, okay.
The bolder the line, the better the tattoo looks. Yeah.
Basically, like, remember when the breakup first happened and we was going back and forth about, no, Carmen, you need to say this, you need to just let the truth out.
Yeah.
But I always kept in my mind, like, I feel like the right time was going to come for me to do that. You know, and I feel like during that time, I didn't want to do it because with people telling me or just to prove a point or hurt somebody else back, you know, like it wasn't that. But
oh, yeah, you was adamant about not doing that.
you know, and because it was more stuff like, damn, I had to, like, protect my kids somehow, some way. Because when they grow up, they're going to see all these BS, they go on social media, you know. But then going back into that space with that person, it made me realize, like, yeah, like, you really not here no more. Like, this is not for you. It can't even be no another chance later in life. Like, it can't be that because the person not changed, not one bit to be a man.
How did that feel? Like, okay, let me give you an example. Like, I know when I go back to things I know I'm not supposed to go back to, it don't feel good. Like, even when you try to make it fit, like, you have things that you go back to that you know you're supposed to go back to, and then you have things that you go back to and you're like, how did that?
It was so ugly and dark because, like, being around him makes me smoke more. Like, I smoke way more. Mind
and you didn't used to smoke or drink at all.
And after I had my baby, Katie, that's where the smoking came from. That's where all the drinking and party and all that came from. Think about it. This is the person that wanted females around parties, pool parties, club, hostings, and, you know, trying to chase a different lifestyle. What I was supposed to do, you know, like, shoot, I mean, this is my husband, you know, this is our marriage, like, okay.
And it's like, if you single and you want to do that, that's fine. But in a marriage, it got to be like both of y'all agreeing. And I think at some point, like, it was like, if you didn't agree, it was going to happen regardless. And let me say this, I'm not going to say I think, but do you think that the smoking, the drinking, all that was like your coping mechanism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely was. Because at some point, like, I caught myself smoking more than I ever did. Like, and that's why he felt the need to come out and say, oh, all she want to do is get high and get drunk and all that. But
he
never
used that against you.
Yeah, but never understood, well, what making her do this? Because she never was like this. So what make her do it? Like, when he made me, I never smoked or drink.
Yeah.
So it was more stuff like, damn, when I smoke, like, I'm just numb. Like, I'm not thinking, like, it helps me calm. I just go to, like, oh, breathe in and breathe out when I do smoke. And drinking just brought the ugly side out of me. Yeah. You know, like, what it caused so much shit that happened between us, where police was called on me, I had to leave the house and other stuff, and it was just like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So many times.
I ain't gonna lie. One of the friends thought maybe you had been beat on the inside of the house, and I made the green light call to send the police over there.
That was you?
Yes.
It was a police officer who came to the house to do a well check-in on me.
It's called a wellness check-in. So, you know, I'm very well, like, with police officers, lawyers, so on and so forth. So I called one of my police officer friends in for a favor, and I said that the person might have guns or something like that. They're not harmful. There's no harm like that's gonna be towards you. That's why I did it that way. That's why I didn't do it through like a 911 call, because then that is something I wouldn't been able to control. Right. So I did call a friend of mine that I knew was gonna be safe, and I knew that they, you know, they understood the situation and they wouldn't go in there like, what's going on in here? Like he said, I made sure to tell them, like, be kind when you get on set. You know, we just want to make sure she's okay, because you wasn't answering the phone, I think, for 3 days. You didn't answer the phone.
If I'm not mistaken, he had took my phone during that time, because he literally left me a whole day with no phone. Yeah. Yeah. So it was during that time when you was looking for me. Yeah. My friend was looking for me. They were just calling me, and then you know how you have certain people, they know, like, okay, this is not normal. Yeah. Let me really just check or see, like, what's going on.
Yeah, it wasn't normal. And like I said, I personally didn't know at that moment that you had been going through abusive situations. I didn't know. And it was the friend that passed away. Tay.
She took a lot of stuff to the grave with her.
She did. Tay was the one that called and said that there's something wrong. And it was actually me as well, and me and Ebony.
So this whole time.
Yes. Like, we be protecting you and you don't even be knowing. We were like, it make you angry and it'll hurt you. And that's a whole different thing. But how do you feel like you deal with it now? And how do you feel like you dealing with it as it pertains to being around the kids and being around yourself? How you feel like you dealing with it?
I feel like I'm, for one, like, I'm slowly but surely leaving out, like you said, was bad for me. Like, I never even drunk like that anyway, unless it's occasion. You know, and I don't get drunk to black out no more. Like, I don't say, okay, tonight I'm gonna get drunk, I just wanna feel numb, like I wanna forget what I'm going, I don't do that. Like, I just drink to, like, okay, let me have fun with my friends or whatever I'm at, you know? And then the smoking, like, I don't smoke like I used to. Like, I'm not smoking 5-6 months a day, or, you know, like, I'm not smoking back to back like that. Like, I'll probably, if I do smoke, it'll probably be like at nighttime, let me go to sleep and, you know, cool. Yeah. And I don't cry in front of my kids no more. Like, I feel like they done said enough of that, like, a lot. They seen that a lot for these past months. So I just kind of, like, find things to do with them. Yeah. You know, like, I do read books on my free time. I write on my journal all the time. Like, if I'm not close to my notebook, I'm in my notes, typing everything.
Like with your new song you read? You wrote your new song. Keep on going.
So, sorry, like my journal, like if I show you my journal, I put a date stamp on the day that I start writing. And I don't know why, but I always put a title on it. Because it helps me understand, let me see what I want to talk about on this note, you know? So
that's good.
Yeah, so I feel like I find my own little self ways, and I don't let people in that, you know, because that's personal. This is what helping me cope with everything that I got going on, that obviously a lot of people see it. Yeah. So because a lot of people see that, I don't want people to see how I cope with things, because y'all not finna use that against me or come in between that, you know. But I can definitely say, like, lately I have been getting back motivated to work. And when I talk to certain people, like, I have people that motivates me as well. You know, like, they tell me, like, Carmen, like, pop your shit, like, Carmen, you can do this, you can do that. And then when I receive messages from people like, girl, we miss you on YouTube, like, when you coming back, like,
makes you feel good.
It makes me feel good, and love knowing that I do have real people that fuck with me. Like, for me, for just who I am, who I always been all these years. Yeah. Like, I never pretended or fake to be somebody that I was never not that. So reading messages and hearing people in my voice, in my head, and talking to people like this, it's like, girl, like, this is temporary. Like, you know, like, you just got to keep pushing through it, and then just really leave everything when it needs to stay. And especially now, after what just happened, all that, and now it's like, okay, there's no, like, we can take no step backwards.
You can't take no step back.
No more.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, and I can't afford to keep going a step back every time that I take a step forward. Yeah. It's like I'm taking one back.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense.
And it doesn't, and I miss who I used to be. Like, I miss being
What part of you do you miss who you used to be? Because I'm curious about that. Like, was it the, like, loud, fun, like, joking part? Like, what part?
Yeah, like, not shy to get on camera, or as soon as the camera comes on, I know what to do.
Yourself.
Yeah,
you
like
think he brought insecurity into you?
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't really get to shine the way that I was supposed to because I was always under a wing. You know what I mean? Like if he didn't shine, I didn't shine, and obviously I couldn't shine by myself. You know, even though like he would let me do certain things, but
you made sure it wasn't too much.
Yeah, like I never outdoing him. You know what I mean? And I feel like he always look, he tried to outdo me. Like when I had a deal or when I had a casting for something, it was always an argument. Like I'm making it to my appointments late because I just got to argue with you because you don't want me to go, or by me doing this solo, you feeling like, oh, you want to go your separate way now? Like since when we do that? Like
oh, wow.
You do all your car stuff, you do all this, all that. I don't get involved in all the time, you know. So I feel like a lot of stuff was just cursed for me. Like he cursed a lot of stuff because I had good opportunities, but because of how everything presented in my personal life, I wasn't able to go into that. So now it's like I'm so motivated to it. It's like I'm a Libra, so being a Libra is like, once you push the last button of a Libra that was left, it's really like I'm good off of you. Like it's really, other words, fuck you. And I do pray to God that I do pray, and I may be wrong, and people may not agree with what I'm gonna say, but I pray to God that He keeps him far away from my kids. Keep him away from my kids, because it was never about the kids. If it was the kids, you really would have wanted.
I didn't know you was gonna say that. That's why I'm like, oh wow. No, I thought you was about to say far away from you.
No, because now that's the only card that he want to put out and play the victim, like, oh, I'm trying to be a father, but she not letting me see my kid. Like, don't get on social media and cry about it when you put the kid stuff out the house.
He sure did.
Remember, like every trash bag that was out the house, he picked up
his strong masculine hands and put them bags on the outside. Exactly. You know what really ticked me off, and I'm not, this is the one thing that really, really, really hurt my feelings for you. When I remember I got on Instagram, and I don't do a lot of scrolling. When I do scrolling, it's like bad. So I have to tell myself don't do it. But this one particular day I was scrolling, and it was a story where I think the teen room shade or something, whatever they are. Yeah. So they said that you had hit him at the club because you was so drunk at the club, and she was so drunk she couldn't control her liquor, and she hit Corey, this and that. And I thought to myself, no, what happened is that Corey was trying to mess with her friend, and you found out about it, and you went off. And I was like so mad, because I was like, she needs to tell the truth, of what happened, because I remember that story.
And brought the girl the
same day to your house and locked you out. I remember that. Locked you out for your friend that you invited from Miami, and then they was in the club, and I remember you telling him that you was uncomfortable because you had saw the text message, and you said, I don't want her here anymore.
I literally begged him. I said, like, she needs to go, or we need to find a way to get rid of her or whatever. As soon as we got home, he making her comfortable, like, now we having a whole argument because now I feel like you trying to fuck this girl. Like, when after I already told you I'm not comfortable with her. However she got here, whatever me and her talked about, has nothing to do with you. But now you making this situation
She even went behind your back and told him y'all conversation, and he went behind your back and was like, oh, Carmen wants you to go home, and this supposed to be your friend. And so when you...
And that's supposed to be my husband, though.
Yeah, and you didn't even take it out on her. You took it out on him, which most women be taking it out on the other woman. But you took it out on him, and you still never said anything.
Even I have the screenshot still of the girl. He made her go through the garage. And when I sent the pictures to her, she tried to act like that wasn't her. She said, that's not me. Bitch, like, I'm looking at your face. Like, the cameras don't lie, And after that, like, Jaleesa took me home. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. I was ready for whatever that day. I went, all doors locked, couldn't get in. He ended up telling his uncle to tell me to leave. If not, he was going to call the police. We'll do that. I never came out, nothing white. The girl in the house with him.
And remember when you was pregnant and you was at my house for like 2 weeks?
That was so bad.
That was so bad. You was at my house for 2 weeks. And again, this is all stuff nobody knows.
And
this is stuff nobody knows. And then it was to the point where I remember I was going to Louisiana to go advertise, and you came with me.
With you.
And we stayed out all night long till about, we left at like 6 o'clock that night. We made it back to Houston at 10 a.m. in the morning. You was like, Kat, I did not know you be hustling like this. And he thought you was doing something.
With a man.
With a man. The whole time you was with me. And I was like, man, I just hate that for you. Like, so how do you feel now that you can, how is your mindset and your mental mindset now that you like you free, kind of like you free?
Mentally, I'm in a good space. Like, I'm in a good space that I haven't been in a long time. Like, I'm finding myself again little by little, and I'm liking it because I'm getting to get back motivated. I want to work, like being in Jonathan stuff like that. It motivated me because
that was fun,
and I come from that. You know what I mean? Like, I miss shooting for hours. I miss shooting every day. Like, I never been the person to complain what time we start filming and what time we done. I don't care. Like, get me out the house, take me away.
Work.
And then my mom about to come pick up the kids for a month because she haven't got them or nothing. So she want to give me like a break. Yeah. So I know that when they gone, I'm gonna be able to really like
work strong and hard.
Hard and stronger. That by the time they come back, it's like I'm in a better spirit. I'm just more great.
What are you
for
gonna
them.
do with your free time, girl? What you gonna do with your free time to yourself? Because I know that time that could be either good or bad, being
right.
that you're going through a lot mentally. So, like, I need to know the rundown because you know how I am. Like, I need to know what you're gonna be doing with this free time mentally.
Yeah, no, mentally, I'm definitely like, I want to be consistent with counseling. Like, I
Okay.
want to really make that a thing where it's like once or twice a month because I need it. Like, I know I need that.
Yes, you do.
And
A lot of us do that don't get it done. So
Yeah.
don't feel good. Counseling is just having that person you can talk to, and it's not your friends. You're not putting all your burdens on your friend. And you get somebody who can give you good sound advice.
So I definitely want to be consistent with that. I said I just want to get back to like creating content because we're so good at it. Like my mind can work so wonderfully, but because of so much bullshit that be around, it takes away for me to be creative, and it takes away for me to want to work, be motivated, you know. But not having the kids is gonna give me the opportunity for one to really get my emotions together. Like if I have to cry, I'm gonna cry when they're not home. I'm gonna take that time to let it out. Remember, one time I kept telling you, I said, "Kat, I'm gonna have to crash out. Like I have to crash out one day."
Yeah.
I still feel like I haven't really crashed out like that, and then this just happened, so it's still like a recent thing going on.
Why did you go back? Like, why did you go back, girl? Like,
I'm gonna be so honest.
I wasn't going to like punish you about it or nothing like that because I don't have no right to do that. But I was so hurt because I felt like you had abandoned the healing process that was already started for you.
Yeah.
And I felt like even as a friend, I felt like you even abandoned like people like me, but I'm focusing on me. I feel like as a friend, like we already don't allow a lot of people to come in our circle, like at all, because of the success that we do have on us. We never know when people are around us sincerely to be there.
Or they have hidden agendas.
Or if they have hidden agendas. So it's like, when God opens that door and we allow those people in, even though we help so many people, that has nothing to do with letting people like in your home. You know what I mean? And when you let people in your home and they are your support system and you are their support system, and it's like that person just disappears. Like I know I had a single and I was like, dang, Carmen couldn't even repost my single. Carmen, I didn't know you had disappeared at that time. I didn't know because I was so engulfed in work, but at the same time I would call you, but I'm like, she must be busy. But it was like, what was your mental process that said, you know, I'm gonna give him a chance? Was y'all already like talking on the phone, like texting? I just want to know for me, friend, because you know, I might be able to learn something from you, because you know, I've been in the same position, and no matter that you're younger than me, I never feel like that I am too old to learn from anybody. And that's where wisdom comes in at for me. Like, I will take anybody's situation and be like, how can I learn from it? It doesn't matter if you went to the right and didn't do good with it, because I still want to know, okay, that person went over there. What was your mindset like that made you say, let me try it, like again, like something told you to go back? What was it?
To be honest with you, one, it was me answering my own questions that I had. Like, I wanted to be able to see, like, can I love you again, or like, do I still love you?
So you didn't love him? You didn't know if you loved him at that moment?
Yeah, like I was confused, and I feel like I was getting.
Was you like lusting him? Like, I need him sexually? Like, was you like thinking I don't want nobody else to have him?
No, it was never no feeling that I need you, or I don't want you to be with nobody else. Like, it was never that type of feeling.
Why did you go back? It. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I don't understand it. Because you know, when I go back, it'd be like I still want him. Like, I don't want nobody. It could be the simplest things. Like, I don't want nobody else to have him. Like,
I promise you, my real reasons to just go back. It was one, I did want to try this family thing again.
The family.
I really wanted to try the family. I'm a family person. Like,
so many women do that.
I wanted to try, or just to see, like, okay, would it be different this time? Like, that was my questions. You know, it was the if. What else?
Because I took a break and he knew I'm serious.
So now let me see how that make you feel. Like, are you gonna treat me different? You gonna talk to me different? Like, are you really gonna nurture me? Like, are you gonna be a different man to me, or be a different father to your kids? But the whole time, same thing. Like, you not taking care of your kids. You're not doing nothing for your kids. When it comes to me, you was more worried about who in my DMs, who texted my phone, what rapper am I talking to, what man am I doing this, that, or who. It was never a thing in me that I felt like, yeah, I miss this. I just wanted to know, like, okay, this is just not what you need, Carmen. This is not what you need to do in life. Or this person is not. He doesn't need to be part of your life anymore. And I feel like God showed me every sign when I went back, and seen every sign of it.
I just hated that. I hated that for you. And it's like, how did you relapse? Like how did you go back after the whole social media, like, betrayal? Like, to me, like, that's my husband laying next to me. Like, he puts his stuff inside of me. Like, we connect and be one in the middle of the night. And then for you to betray me this way on the internet, like, out loud for everybody, like, how did you go back after that? Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. And I can give you a straightforward answer. More than telling you, it was the family thing. Like, I wanted to try that one more time. And I'm looking at my head, I'm like, well, I don't forgive you for other shit that people don't even know.
So is your mom and your dad together?
No, my mom is with my stepdad.
So did you want a family with your family? The reason why you wanted that so much with him? Like, what made you feel like, and I know every woman wants that, but there's always a connection to that. Like, I wanted my son to have a father because I didn't have my father growing up. My father is in my life now, but what was your reason to say, I want to try this? Was it something from like childhood? Was it something from like that you seen on TV, or what was it?
It was me knowing that my kids need a male figure in their life. And why am I gonna go and try to, let me give them a stepdaddy just because they need their male figure? So it was like, no, I'm not dating nobody. I'm not getting in a relationship with nobody. So it's like, let me go back and see, like, try it. Just try it. Give it your last. Like, this is your last straw that you could possibly ever even have.
Did he ever want y'all to do like any type of counseling or like?
No, he never brought any of that stuff up. That man just wanted to make a video for YouTube on our main YouTube channel and let everybody know, like, yeah, we young and we these and we're gonna work it out. We're gonna try it. And I never did it because it was like, that's not what.
But it don't matter if you young. Like, don't nobody want to go around this world being hurt, talking about, and then the man, the one that's always getting pleasure.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do all that.
That's one of the reasons that made me feel like you still the same social media person. You get on live every chance you get. You let the people know who you with every chance you get. Such a turn off. Such a turn off.
I don't even like a man that acts.
Like
a man that be like acting. I be like, oh, he probably be lying in real life. Like, I don't even like a man to do too many selfies. Like, I just feel like that's like female stuff. Like, a man that could like just be like, oh, I'm getting ready to do a YouTube video, and it's like the camera's in their face like the whole time. I understand that some people do it for a check. I get it. But the way that he would do it, it was like tit for tat. The stuff you would do in real life, he would tat you on internet.
Yeah.
You would do the tit in real life, like, I'm gonna protect myself and do. Matter of fact, what happened with the lawyer situation, girl? Because they keep on calling me, telling me your paperwork is ready and that you good to go, girl.
Nah, I talked to them already. They said I got proof.
People don't even know, bitch. People don't even know, bitch. Listen, when we called that lawyer afterwards and we was telling the lawyer, we was like, listen, you need to get her paperwork done. And they said Corey would not respond to the text messages and emails. You remember we went to your lawyers and we was asking what the process was? You was scared. I was like, nuh-uh, let me talk.
I remember. Oh my God, yes.
And I said, no, what's going on with her paperwork? We sick of this being held over her head. Y'all got paid, blah, blah, blah. And they said that Corey wasn't responding to the emails and they would not proceed they would not proceed without him doing whatever, and he never would do it. So that was the whole process of your paperwork, because people think when you're married, you're already considered like illegally here, but there's a process you have to go through. So what happened was we went and got a lawyer. Me and Ebony was like, F that. Nah, come on, let's go. We finna go get her a lawyer ourselves. You didn't even know. We called a lawyer, blah, 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 and then we called you and was like, this is what we doing. This is the game plan. And then I remember somebody said something, and I said, nah, when you messing with rich bitches, we gonna make sure our friend got a lawyer. And we went ahead and got that damn lawyer, baby. And when he was talking, when he was talking all that mess about you being illegal, we called the lawyer and was like, hey, do she need to hide out? Hey, do she need to take the baby somewhere? Hey, and the lawyer said, no, she don't need to do all of that. She good. She can legally be here because she's in the process and this and that, blah, blah. They gave us all the reasons why, all the paperwork. And I was just so happy for that day because, again, it showed me too, as a friend, like who I have on my side, and it showed me like how unselfish I am too, like in that moment, because this is nothing, you didn't ask for this. You didn't say, hey y'all, can y'all, like most of the stuff that we do for you and our other friends and the things that I see you do for people too, we're just the type of women that we don't really ask, we just do. Like we see somebody in need and we're like, do it.
We're just gonna help, yeah.
Do it. Like there's nothing involved. Like it's not like, hey, you gotta pay to get this done, blah, blah, blah. Like you do stuff, I just naturally repost it. Like I'm just naturally gonna support you. And you do it too, Ebony does it too. Like I feel like there's not enough of that in the world. And it's like what people do is they try their best to use their opportunities or their connections against you to try to control you. And one thing I've always said is that anything I do out of the kindness of my heart is from the kindness of my heart. But anything I do what God tells me to do, I can't question that. But if I do something and I feel like in my flesh, listen, I did this and I do want something back, hey, don't fault me for it because my flesh did it. God didn't tell me to do that. And you already know how I am. But there are most things that just come from the heart. And that's one thing I've always liked about our friendship. And I think that's why I felt real salty towards you. And you know I'm the type of friend, I'll tell you when I have a problem. And we will go tit for tat. And people don't know that about me and you. We will go tit for tat, and I will be like, and you don't have no problem speaking your mind either. But that's one thing I love. But one thing I felt was like, I appreciate you giving like saying thank you to me and Ebony and everybody else who supported you and who was there for you, like, publicly, because it was hard to see Corey, and I'm not trying to talk down on anybody, this is just facts. It was hard to see Corey try to make it like we were your enemies, and try to make it like, you know, I seen Ebony work with you before I even knew you. See, I've been knowing Ebony for 20 years almost. I've been knowing Ebony, it's about 18 years now. I've been knowing Ebony for a long time. And when Ebony started working with you, I seen a lot of unconditional things that she did with you. But I also remember telling Ebony, Carmen has been loyal to you as well. Although you will disappear, although you will do things that's a little shady that I didn't like, because I'm like, where Carmen at? Like, no, like, we are friends. We're like a sisterhood. Yeah. Like, when I would see those things, I would have to remind myself that nobody's perfect. But not only that, I have to remind myself, like, how much that she loves you, how much I love you, and it's so unconditional. Like, I remember we did Carmen's boot camp. We didn't know each other before that. We just instantly connected. We instantly vibed. And you was like, we was trying to look for somebody else to do that role. And it was like, we couldn't find, you was like, no, I want her. I want that, please. And I remember being there supporting you. And that type of support was real, because even off camera, like, to see you apologize to those people that did have your back so much, it just meant the world to me. And although I